to break the spirit of the population. Hundreds and thousands of Hindu women were forced to marry. There are Aurangzeb streets, Tipu Sultan, rapists, people who tried to commit genocide, their names should not be on our towns and streets.
1,000 temples were destroyed in Kashi. For almost 80 years, all of Kashi was in ruins.
A blind man can see what is Gyanvapi, Braille. You can see these are Hindu icons. That's why I said Hindus are mukha pranis. Our voice is not loud.
People say 20,000 temples, 40,000 temples. Is it even feasible to reclaim all of this?
If you hand it over, there will be biradari going. I don't think most of the minority community has any issue except these illegitimate leaders. Post this election, these illegitimate leaders will be pushed aside. Bharat is waking up. Avimukteshwar should be a living reality by 2028.
For starters, I'd like to ask you that how do you see a book like this, and why is it important in a Bharat today, a Bharat that has just witnessed a once-in-a-lifetime Pran Pratishtha of Ram Lalla at Ayodhya after 500 years of struggle and strife. And a lot of our critics, and I'm sure we have lots and lots of them, you more, me less, of various shapes, sizes and colors in both India and outside.
There are no critics, there are abusers.
Yes, I was just being kind to them. Who would probably dub, a venture like this as a majoritarian agenda, Hindu chauvinism, revivalism. So is it that for you, or are works like this going to the very heart, the nub, the essence of touching what is our civilizational identity as Bharatiyas?
Say a successful invader not only takes the geography of land, it's very important for him that he takes the geography of the mind. To take the mental scape or the mental geography, it's very important to write history in such a way that one who comes and robs and loots us will after a while look rich and even aspirational. This is the epitome of today's Bharat, that people who looted, raped and robbed us, they have become aspirational to us. That is mainly because of the way our history has been written, not by us but by them. But in the last 70 or 75 years, we didn't care to rewrite it. We didn't care to put the picture of the oppressed. Just anywhere, if there are 20-25 movies from Hollywood, one will be about the Jewish Holocaust, one will be about the oppression of, the black slaves from Africa. But there's not been one goddamn movie or even a book really of considerable currency in the society about what's happened in this country, what's happened in this land. If you really look back, the worst kind of atrocities have happened. If you take a period of 100 years, nowhere else on the planet such atrocities have happened. Such large-scale murder and rape and loot has happened as it happened here. But we are people with a very quiet sense of pride. So we think if we don't say it, it didn't happen to us. We just don't say it. That means it did not happen. See, it's like the Japanese. They won't talk about Hiroshima, Nagasaki. They won't talk about Fukushima and its suffering. They just go about as if nothing happened. Because there is a quiet sense of pride, not a loud pride. Those who have a loud sense of pride will write books, make movies, make drama about it. But this is a very quiet sense of pride. We've been diligently trying to recover this. What was taken violently, we try to take it with legal process. Not of a few years, a few centuries of legal process. Have you ever heard of a legal process going on for 300, 400 years in the courts? This is what India is. But we still believe one day justice will come, and fortunately it has come. As ridiculous as it is, it's also I deeply appreciate it also. What kind of people are these? For 550 years they've been going to courts run by various kinds of people, from Islamic courts to British courts to Indian courts. The same case, about the same temple. What kind of people will do this? There are times they could have violently taken it back, but no, they went to court. Still we are in court. One has been successful, others looking little better, but this is a civilization which is relevant not just for the people who live here. This is a civilization which is relevant to every human being on the planet. Because this is the only inclusive civilization. I'm not saying all Indians are full of love, they're ready to embrace you tomorrow morning. No, individual people are who they are. But there is no place on the planet where there is a scriptural guidance for you to be inclusive. Everywhere, scriptural guidances are always about exclusivity. This is the only civilization where almost all our scriptures are talking about embracing the humanity. Not only humanity, embracing all life forms. There is no such place on the planet. To make it a reality in this nation and in the world, I think is the important task that we have for the generation which is here today, that an inclusive way of living, that it doesn't matter who you are, how you look, what you believe, what you don't believe, what you eat, what you don't eat, is not my business. Whichever way you are, you're okay with me. I'm excited about the differences. I'm not seeing how to make you like myself, I'm seeing how to embrace you, from which angle will you fit into my life. So, this is very important because the future generations will not, with the technologies at least, if not out of realization, at least the technologies have obliterated many boundaries. Technology has, by itself, has brought some sense of yoga into people's lives. Because the word yoga means union or a conscious obliteration of individual boundaries. In many ways, technology has done this to us. An obliteration of individual boundaries, social boundaries, national boundaries are obliterated because of technology, and this is the best time because if you look back on this civilization, this is the only civilization which approached human well-being in a scientific manner, in a logically correct manner. This is why the land is full of debate, endless debate. It's a fantastic thing that it's also worked against our well-being and interests, because when we were being looted and raped, we still debated. Unfortunately. But we got into the habit of debating so much that whatever happened, we debated. So sometimes it's been tragic, these debates, but it's fantastic that even the most cruel things that happen to us, we are willing to debate, not simply fight all the time. So, this is where we are, and at this time